Hey guys, as most of you know, I have used a lot of brokers and platforms. I've used Tradestation, Lightspeed, Thinkorswim, Robinhood, Tastyworks, and now Webull. I've actually made crash courses on all of these brokers, other than Webull so far. So go to courses.tradercreatorpro.com if you want to see those crash courses. But in this video, I'm going to be doing a full transparent review of Webull. I'll give you my P&L for the week, how I've been placing orders, what I've done with options, stocks, and some of the pros and cons of using Webull. So by the end of this video, you will know if Webull is something that might work for you. I do want to mention I've only been using Webull with real money for 1 week, but I've been using it very actively for that week and doing lots of testing. So let's jump into it. All right, so here is the Webull platform. So over here on the side, we've got watch lists, which there's nothing really special about watch lists. I mean, they're just normal watch lists. You can create your own watch lists, customize them. You just right click, you can add to watch list, whatever you want. It's pretty self-explanatory on watch lists. Stocks. This is kind of like your main page for whatever that you're clicked on. So if I'm in watch lists and double click on one of these, let's go to a stock, double click on Blink, it pulls up this stocks page. And of course, this is customizable, so you can do whatever you want. You can move things around, but this is the default look of this page. But the con with Webull is, first, they're hard to borrow stocks. It doesn't do quite as well as other brokers with hard to borrow stocks, and you can't request shorts from the broker. But for me, it doesn't really matter because I don't do that very much. I'm mostly long when I trade stocks. Up here on the top, you can see all the different tabs. These are actually all separate windows that you can put in and out of windows like that and reorder them. But I don't love their charting. It is really simple and it looks nice and it does update really well and works well. It's just there's not very many indicators. They've only got these indicators, which is like 1/1000th of how many indicators are available on Thinkorswim or Tradingview or other platforms. So I still use Tradingview as my platform for charting. However, it is cool that you can buy and sell using the chart. Next, down here is the markets. This gives you a good overview of what's going on in the world and in the general markets. So up here, it's got a nice little global type of thing. I actually love these scanner watch lists down here. So they've got the top gainers, top losers, the most active, between turnover percentage, range, volume. They've got a lot of cool watch lists on this section. You can even see the earnings calendar over here, dividends, splits, IPO list. So really like almost everything that you need for lists, they've got it. I also really like the heat map down here. Usually I had to go to FinViz to open this up, so it's nice to have it part of a platform. Then over here, you can just look at all the separate sectors separately. Now next, you have the screener. The screener, I give a 5 out of 10. It's simple, but the filters, there's not very many filters that you can put in, and there aren't that many columns you can put in either. I mean, it is a decent amount for the columns up here, but I don't know, there's nothing really special about this scanner at all. So for me, I still use trade ideas for my scanner. Next is customize. So this is where I have been doing all of my trading, because you can customize your own layouts and have multiple screens up here. So if I want to add a new layout, I can throw on a new one and I can save different ones, do whatever I want. Now I originally got Webull to trade options because it's free, right? So I could day trade the options. And in my last video, I showed you that it's actually really fast showing the data. It's like 3 seconds faster than Tastyworks, but you can't use the DOM widget, which is what I really wanted to be able to use with options. And you also can't use like the active trade with options. So if I link this to all of the windows, you'll notice it won't let me buy. It's because you can only use this active trade with stocks. You can't use it with the options. So it's letting me see that one because that's a stock. But if I choose an option, it won't let me. So you have to be using either just the normal order entry, which is this right here, or you can use this place order, which is basically this vertical. It is nice that you can at least see the chart on options. I like to look at the chart so I can see the volume. Not all brokers will let you do that, but I really wish that you could use the DOM type of thing, which is this price ladder, but you can't as of right now with options. So it is fast at placing the orders, but the order entry is a little bit slower. So it's kind of harder to just scalp. Like if you're in for a few seconds, it's harder to scalp it, but it is still possible, and I still do it, and I would still do it over using Tastyworks. But surprisingly, I actually have turned to trading stocks on Webull. So here is my stocks page. As you see, I don't use any charts because I use the TradingView charts over here. So something really cool about it is you can just click over here and it will send the order. So let me just send an order right now so I can show you what it looks like. So right now, if I click up here, it's going to buy 200, but I just want to practice with just one. So I'm going to hit buy at bid. There it is. It says it's submitted successfully, and it actually filled me basically immediately. This is a very liquid one right now. That is how sending an order works. And to exit it right now, I have these other buttons like sell it at ask minus 0.5, and you can edit it by going here, going to active trade settings, and you can choose what buttons you want on there, and you can actually place hotkeys as well that will match with these buttons. Something I do want to point out is that this unrealized P&L is actually kind of slow. It doesn't really update very fast, which for me is not a big deal because I actually like to have it hidden, but that's definitely something I want to point out, that the P&L doesn't update very fast. But all this stuff up here is very fast. You do have to pay to have level 2, but right now I'm on the 3-month free trial, so I haven't had to pay for it yet. Now, some of the other widgets that you might be interested in are up here in the corner. So you can add whatever widgets you want. So if you want a chart, you just add a chart. Let's add something else like the quote bar. So this one's nice because this will tell you if it's hard to borrow or not. And then we can link it like this. Let's link it to number 2. So I have this whole box right here linked all together. And what's kind of cool is when you click on it, it highlights everything that's linked. So if I click over here, you'll see all that stuff is linked together. Another way that I can place a trade is using the DOM or price ladder. So right here, let's change this to 2 and 1 because I have 1. So something I wish they had was that you could just click somewhere that just says it's your position, but you can't. Just kind of annoying, but that's okay. I actually haven't used the price ladder for my trading. I personally like hitting these buttons like hotkeys, but all you have to do is just click. And right now I have order confirmation on, so this is what that looks like. And it's submitted successfully. Looks like it is already gone. So it is pretty quick. You can see it sends the order pretty fast. Another cool thing is you can take these boxes and put them inside of each other. So like that. And now I've got now I've got the quotes, the charts, and the order book all on this window, or I can remove them like that. Now I'm just going to go through these widgets. You can look through them as I slide through them to see what's available. There's some nice stock stuff here that just gives you like the news or order flow. The general stuff like watch lists, system messages, alerts, that type of stuff. And this is the general market type stuff, which is basically everything that's in this markets tab over here on the left. So there are all of the options for the widgets. So it's very customizable to what you want, and you can choose your layouts, save your layouts. You can right click and detach windows. So then if you have multiple monitors, you can use it on multiple monitors. So now I've got it over here on my right monitor. Now my P&L and the account tab. This is actually a really cool tab. So it very easily shows you everything. So right now I'm up $1,500 this week. You can see exactly what happened, what day, and how it's moved. And I've been going somewhat small size, but here's my P&L for all my different stocks that I've traded. And I've actually been having a higher success rate using Webull, doing a lot of the day trading, which I actually didn't expect. But I think it's because of the way that I am placing the orders. It's just something that makes me feel more comfortable. During this week too, I've been actively trading on Tastyworks and Tradestation. I actually feel more comfortable placing the options orders, like option spreads, on Tastyworks. And I feel a little more comfortable on Tradestation placing orders like this. Just hitting the plus and then placing an order like this. So then it's on the chart, which I know you can do on Webull. I just haven't gotten used to it yet. But yeah, for the first week, I'm quite impressed with the way that Webull has been working. And it's nice to actually be able to see how you're doing on individual stocks and see your little P&L curve here, cumulative P&L. You can see everything over here, like your buying power. Over here, you can see your fees, the dividends, margin interest, where all of your income is coming. I actually am thinking of moving my Thinkorswim IRA to Webull because it's just so easy to see where everything is coming from. So this is the way that this tab looks like, and it's also telling me like I've made 1,700 in stocks. I'm down 125 in options right now. So it's a pretty cool account tab. I'm very impressed with the way it looks. It actually looks really good on your phone as well. But something that they like to give to people is a paper account, which I have found to be almost worthless, because you can't day trade options with a paper account. Maybe I'm wrong and can't figure out how to do it, but I mean, I know how to do it in a real account, but you can't do it in the paper account. And when you send orders, it's usually very, very slow. So let's go to TLRY, what we just traded. You saw how fast I got filled, how fast I got out, and let's just buy at the bid. Sent. It's at 37.45 is the limit price. The price is clearly above that, and we're still not filled. So with the paper account, it doesn't work for day trading. See how long that took to show up over here in the positions? It's kind of ridiculous. Just know that it doesn't do that when you're doing real money. So that's what I was worried about when I first opened Webull and started using the paper account is, holy crap, if it's that slow, I'm not doing this with my real money. But it is not that slow. It is actually much faster when you're using your real money. Everything works way better. So I don't exactly recommend the paper trading on Webull. So I hope that helps you be able to know if Webull is something that is for you. Comment below if you want me to be doing a full crash course on Webull. I feel like it's a pretty simple platform, so I'm not sure if it needs it. And go to TraderCreatorPro.com and sign up to get on our newsletter. And don't worry, I don't spam people. I don't send very many emails at all, but just to keep you in the loop of all the things that are to come. We're going to be having a Discord coming out and going to have our journaling website coming out and a full course on how to trade with my strategies and lots of other gurus' strategies. So be sure to sign up at TraderCreatorPro.com, and I'll see you in the next video.